Hey guys, my name's Mills. Welcome. Are you judging me? Okay. I had an idea for a video and it's more like my opinion, but I would love to get your thoughts as well on this issue. Well, first of all, we're in Via Olga Park. It's like 5 minutes from where I live, if that. And Squeeze, my favorite place, is right around the corner, so that's why we're here, because I'm going there next. Basically, what I wanted to talk about is why Americans can only speak one language. So, I live in the Dominican Republic, and since I've been here, I can tell that everyone I talk to, at least most of my boyfriend's friends, they all speak English. Even if they don't tell you right away, it will come up like later in the conversation. I'll meet people in stores, they speak English, randomly just like burst out in English sometimes if I don't get something. So I'm like, you speak English? A lot of people here don't, but I would say I meet more people here that speak English than I do than people I meet in the States that speak another language. And I don't know, I just think that's kind of sad because we have such good resources for education. So I was looking up some things about this to make sure I wasn't just making up based on my own experience. I found that 75% of Americans speak no second language. And the ones that are, the huge majority of that population is speaking a second language because of their parents or because it's a language they spoke at home. So the most states, or the states that have the most bilingual people are California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and New York. And that's because a lot of immigrants come there. A lot of people are speaking primarily Spanish, but other languages as well. So the people that are speaking two languages or are bilingual or trilingual in the United States are not learning in a classroom. I saw that only 1% of Americans become proficient or fluent in a foreign language because of classroom learning. I think it's something like 93% of high schools offer a foreign language, but it's definitely not put on a priority. And only 18% of elementary schools offer a second language. So I think it's super important to put it when the kids are like in preschool, if possible, and start teaching not just the foreign language, but subjects in the foreign language, like social studies in Spanish or in French or whatever language you want to learn. Because being 1% proficient or fluent in a language that takes place in a classroom in the United States is so bad. Like, that's so bad. So really, if you don't have family members that speak another language and you don't speak another language at home, we're kind of screwed. And I don't know, and on top of that, America right now, I keep seeing videos like this.
My guess is they're not documented. So my next call is to ICE to have each one of them kicked out of my country. If they have the ability to come here and live off of my money, I pay for their welfare, I pay for their ability to be here. The least they can do is speak
Men and women are fighting. You're not fighting for your right to speak Spanish. They're fighting for your right to speak American.
Are you here legally? Do you have papers? Do you have papers? Why doesn't he speak English if he's an American citizen? Is he here legally? Is he here legally?
I'm not gonna get out of here. No, I'm not. Because this is my country. Yes, this is my country. Oh yes, it is. Oh yes, it is.
Went back coming to get services, honey. You're kind. You're the ones that give the brown people bad name.
Okay, ya se va.
Look, speak English, it's America. Put me on YouTube. Go for it. Down with Mexicans that don't learn the language of the world.
Of people being super racist in public places, telling people not to speak Spanish, to learn American, which isn't a language. We don't have an official language of English, and that I'm sure discourages people from speaking another language in public, because it's something that I encounter every single day. Is something I think about languages. I wish I was fluent in a language when I was little. My boyfriend, all his friends were in institutes learning English since they were like 6-7 years old, which is super lucky for them that they had the opportunity, but also really practical because now they can get jobs in whatever kind of field that they want. 43% of Americans think that it's important to learn as many foreign languages as possible, but then 75% can't speak another language. I think it's for several reasons, because the rest of the world has kind of adapted to English and adopted English as the official business language. So that's why most people that I meet from Europe, Dominican Republic, Asia, they learn English as their second language. I also think it's because we're kind of closed off. Europe is so close together to each other. So Europeans can travel from Italy to Germany to England to wherever they want very easily and cheaper, where Americans were kind of like in a bubble. So we're not exposed to another language. We don't need to speak it as much as Europeans, for example, or people who live in a country where they have 2 or 3 official languages and it's a requirement that they speak those languages. So there's definitely reasons why we don't learn it, but I don't think that's a good, I don't think it's good. I think that we definitely should. My camera died, so we'll see if this video looks the same. Sorry. I feel lucky that now I can speak Spanish, not perfectly, but to the point where I'm confident that if I go back to Arizona and can get a job where I'm speaking English and Spanish, it would definitely pay off. I think it's a marketable skill. I mean, I don't really see any negatives in learning more than one language. Judging anyone for not speaking more than one language, more than English or whatever your language is, because I didn't until I moved to the DR. I mean, I kind of did, but not on this level. Comment below your experiences. Did your parents speak 2 languages? Did you learn a language later on in life on your own? And if you speak one language, do you think it would be useful for you to learn another or to know another language if you could? Obviously, it takes years. So if you could, would you think it would be helpful in your life? I'd love to hear it. Thank you for watching. If you can hit subscribe, that would be awesome. And I will see you guys soon.